And welcome to Walker Tea Review. I'm Jason Walker, and we have a oolong to present, to talk about today. We're going to go ahead, get it started. Yeah, that looks good. We have our nice tasting cup. Tasting cups are useful for really letting you sample and explore a tea. It's a way that kind of the standard way of getting introduced to a lot of teas. Not that convenient though, of course, for home or for the office. Right, we're going to go ahead and get this one lined up, ready to go. A couple of leaves stuck to the lid, so we're going to put that there. Okay, this is Samovar Tea Lounge out of San Francisco. Now, this is their monkey-picked Iron Goddess of Mercy. Iron Goddess of Mercy is often translated or converted from the original. The original is Tieguanin or Tichuanin or Tiquanin, something pronounced like that. But the standard Chinese Mandarin is Tieguanin. So this is from Fujian province. 2.25 ounces retails for $10.50, $10.50. Again, this one is from Fujian in China, and some of our go so far as to tell you the varietal, the plant that this actually came from. Of course, it's the tea, but it's an Anshi Hongshin Tieguanin. So that's the specific type of tea plant or tea bush that it comes from. Things that we come to expect from this that we note. Shouldn't have closed this because I do want to talk about this one. This kind of Tieguanin has a bit of a fuller, more oxidized or more fired element to it. You'll notice that it is the tightly wrapped paper wad kind of style. Not as big as, say, like an Alishan. And there are notes of kind of a woody element to it. The colors of the leaf are a darker green, fading over towards a light tinge of brown. Okay, it does have a honey or a caramel smell, the dry leaf, and again there's a woody, kind of like a chopped wood smell about it as well. So we are also going to have time now to, I think that's steeped quite a bit. I didn't give you information about steeping instructions, so let me share that with instructions. Suggestions here are 1 to 2 tablespoons of boiling and using boiling water, and steeping for 1 to 3 minutes. So those are general guidelines that will help you kind of find the range or the area where you feel most comfortable. And of course, your environment, humidity, temperature, other things can also play a factor. So you want to kind of judge, you want to have a relationship with your tea, basically. You want to become familiar enough with it. Other things that we're going to talk about is the wet leaf is a single leaf compared to some, while this one is a pretty good one. It's been able to unwrap, and I'll just kind of show it there in comparison with paperclip leaf. I'll try to get to the very tip. It is about the size of a paperclip, or a little longer. You notice it's generally one leaf, not 2 leaves, a bud connected on a stem. So that's something to notice about this one. Okay. Let's also talk about what we've found in previous tastings of this tea. It does have a smoky element to it. There's going to be a light bitterness to it. You expect some brothy element to it as well. Okay, so we're going to find out just how this one comes out. Also, a lot of your Tieguanins will have, depending on the amount of oxidation and how it's been processed, or how it's been fired at the end, I should say, we'll talk about that balance of smoky, woody versus the delicate florals. Now, with this particular one from Samovar, what I'm getting is there is the smoky element. There is an element that is that I can only describe, and I don't say this in any kind of negative, just simply because it's the most accurate that I can use. There's a bit of a kind of a melted plastic. Again, not unpleasant. It's just a little bit of that kind of sense that something may have been sitting in the back of your car on a hot day, and it's plastic that's gotten a little soft, a little malleable. So again, that's a standard aspect of some of your more deeply roasted Tieguanins. We do have bitterness is very slight, very mild, so that's not something that's going to set us off in the wrong direction. The broth is fairly thick, thicker than some of the others. And the aftertaste, a lot of the aftertaste is because it has that bitter element, that smoky element. After it dissipates, it leaves this kind of refreshing, sweet sensation in the aftertaste. And that's present in this one as well. So, let me give it one more shot. There is a faint floral, although it is too faint to really distinguish and say it's this particular kind of floral smell. So I have to just leave it at that. So we give this one from Samovar an 84, simply because we would like to have drawn out a little bit more of that flavor or that floral element. We would so we'll have a fuller profile in that aspect. So 84 from Samovar. This is Walker Tea Review. I'm Jason Walker.